Everybody, this is Russ Burlingame. I'm the DC guy here at comicbook.com, and we're speaking with Phil Jimenez, who is the writer and sometimes artist of Superwoman.
Yes.
Now, first of all, I've seen number 3, so I know the future.
Okay.
So,
I think you probably don't.
well, the future of next week.
Yeah.
But so what I'm going to do is kind of ask questions geared towards that, and we'll probably run this later in the week. I guess, what was the big motivation to make Lena and Lex kind of one of the emotional cores of this book?
The obviousness of it. You had a character. The book is about Superwoman. It's about women. I was looking for a villain that made sense for Lana Lang, and you suddenly had Lex Luthor's sister. And the more I explored her crazy backstory, the more sense she made as a villain. And I enjoyed that motivation because it came from a place of great resentment, mostly about, and I think it speaks really well to the fact that men constantly take credit for the things women do, and this is one more case exacerbated by 1,000.
Well, one of the things that is really interesting about using Lex at this moment, of course, is that he's kind of sort of trying to be Superman over in Action Comics. This week's Action Comics also has Lana show up. How closely are you working with Dan Jurgens on that?
I actually just spoke with Dan for about an hour today about Lena, about Lana, about Lois and Superman. So I check in with him about twice a month, and then we're on email chains and exchanges because we want to make sure that the stuff meshes in the best way that we can.
One of the first stories that I ever did as a professional writer was about the Legion Titans book that you guys did together.
Oh my gosh, okay.
So
that was like 16 years ago.
I think, is this the first time you've actually worked with him on that since?
It is very possible. And I have to say this about Dan, considering how long he's been in this business, he has some amazing ideas. Our discussions about Lex Luthor have blown me away because he's so smart and thoughtful about the character in a way that someone I think who's only worked with that character for 30 years can be.
Now, with Lois, meanwhile, we've seen, when I spoke to you right before number 2 came out, you said, we haven't seen the last of her, stay tuned.
Right.
And we saw a brief glimpse of her in Action Comics. So what can you tease about what's coming up with Lois and, as we know, the New 52 Clark as well?
I can't tease very much at all. All I can say is that Lois's story is not over. We really hit it hard in issue 4. It will have impact on Lana and Ultra Woman and Lex, but that's about all I can say.
All right, well, thank you so much. Have a good weekend at the con.
Thank you so much.